And we are live. I want to thank everyone for showing up for Epic Sketch Time. Epic Sketch Time is a free online drawing group that anyone can join. You can sign up via Eventbrite or go to our Facebook page, Epic Sketch Time, and sign up onto the email link there to get regular emails. In order of appearance, I'm going to have people introduce themselves. Again, my name is Mark Monlux, in case I didn't say that before. I'm the host, and I live in Tacoma, Washington. I'm a freelance illustrator, and today I'm going to be working on a design for a killer clown from outer space pin. This particular character is going to be Spike. Roger, you were first in the room. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi there, this is Roger. I'm from Spokane. I'm working on an animation regarding, not sure. Oh, well, thanks.
You're welcome. Katie, you're up next.
Hello, Katie.
Oh, she's reaching for the mute. Or maybe she's not in the room. We'll come back to Katie. Bill, you're next.
I am Bill Morse. Shall we give Katie back or shall I finish?
Oh, let's see if Katie can do her introductions.
No, it's okay. I was talking the whole time. I had no clue I was on mute. Sorry. I said you were like, we're gonna go on to the next person. I'm like, oh my gosh. But Bill, go ahead, because now I'm completely flustered.
Okay, hi, I'm Bill Morse. I'm a freelance illustrator and cartoonist working in Seattle, Washington. And I also do a webcomic called Rhapsodies, which you can see at rhapsodies.wpmorse.com. And today I will be working on inking some of those.
Okay, Katie, try hitting that mute button one more time. Katie, the mute. Oh, are you flustered again, Katie? Because we can't hear you.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I do not know why the app on my phone never wants to work correctly. Hi, I'm Katie C. I am on Instagram as Evil Girlfriend Media. I'm a writer and artist from Bonnie Lake, Washington. I do a lot of fan art and tarot card originals. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. I may finish the small portrait of Julian Sands. So.
And Virginia, you're up next.
Finally, and I don't know how long I'll be here because my computer is acting up, and every once in a while it'll just shut down. So anyway, I don't know what I'm working on today. I might just finish the painting that I started on mine on another. Sorry.
No worries.
Little girl.
So I'll just do a quick screen share. Once I get out of this gallery mode, I want to show you guys, I did an enamel pin design last week. Let me share. Last week was just one of those weeks where you get a lot of paperwork done and not a lot of drawing. So I was finding it very frustrating when I don't get a chance to draw every single day. It just bums me out. Okay, so here we go. And so this is a clown from the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I have one enamel pin that sells very well. And this is a character called Shorty, and I've already done the vector of this. And I went on to some killer clowns from outer space websites to find out who would be next. And a lot of people really like Spike. So I think I'll do Spike next. And I got a little plane flying overhead, so I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. There we go. There is, I live very close to the McCord Fort Lewis it used to be Fort Lewis, then there used to be McCord, and then it became joint
Yeah.
Lewis McCord. But it doesn't change the fact that the Air Force Base is practically a mile away from where I live.
Oh,
And so, well, I've gotten very used to the planes flying low when they're doing practice runs. I mean, we're talking, I can read the guy's name tag low.
I
And
used to
all-
live on a Navy base, I know.
and you get into this pattern where you're talking with somebody and the both of you just go quiet and just enjoy each other's presence for about 30 seconds until it's gone far enough away so you can hear each other. So Katie, go ahead.
Sorry, if you hear water running, it's me. I went to dip my paintbrush in some water and it was dried out. We've been so busy with the holidays and birthdays and Washington Summer Con. I haven't really painted that much. It's been crazy.
Oh,
Okay.
ours.
I know.
Oh, we haven't talked since SummerCon, have we?
No, and we talked. Did we talk the week after? I can't remember, but we had 4th of July, right?
Yeah, I
think
don't
so.
think we had, there was the 4th of July, and then you missed one, and then there was technical difficulties. So or something like that. I don't think we've talked about SummerCon.
Oh, I thought we did. I don't know. My memory shot, but we can talk about SummerCon again. I don't care.
Bill, do you remember if we talked about SummerCon? You're usually here.
I remember you showing off some of your picks. Oh yeah, you were talking about getting a perfect place, weren't you?
Yeah,
Spot.
yeah, we
Yeah,
talked about the
That's
spots.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
okay. I just had so much fun at SummerCon.
Oh yeah, I did too. We're looking forward. Didn't they just announce that they are going to in fact have it next year? They just announced the dates. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, I think they did. And I think I marked it down on my calendar already, but they haven't opened up for vendors and artists to sign up yet, have they?
I don't think so. Yeah, we
That's-
definitely won't wait. We'll sign up just to get on the list, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
they often will we'll open it up pretty quickly. As I'm working on this Killer Clowns makeup, I'm realizing that the Spike had some pretty creepy makeup.
Well, that was the whole point of the movie, wasn't it?
Yes. Okay, going. And I was talking to a friend of mine, James Stowe, and he thought he had, I was mentioning things about Killer Clown. He says, yeah, I saw that movie. And I was mentioning things in the movie. He says, what? That happened? What? I said, yeah, you don't, come on, the popcorn. He says, what about the popcorn? I said, the popcorn turned into killer clowns. Said, what? They ate people. What? It came out. You don't remember that? This apparently not. I think, well, how about this scene? And
You need to lend him the movie.
he couldn't even remember the climax of the movie. So
I admit that I only saw it once, and I'm pretty vague on the details myself.
now, why is that, Bill?
Because I only saw it once.
Yeah, why did you only watch Killer Clowns? Well, I can understand it. I mean, I think I've seen Killer Clowns 3 times in my entire life.
Well, I have a fairly long film viewing list.
Yeah, that's I tend not to watch films over and over and over again, but there's some films.
I mean,
It used to be that when you were on television, if you were changing the channels and you came across a movie, you would sit and watch the movie because you knew the odds of it coming across again would be years. It's not like now where everything's streaming. You say, oh, if I don't watch this now, I can always watch it later on. No, so you had to kind of make a choice of saying, nope, I'm locked in for the next hour. I'm going to drop everything else. I'm going to watch this.
yeah, because
I don't think people have that mentality anymore.
yeah, I mean, it's sort of, I used to be that way very much with a lot of favorite songs on the radio when I had a delivery job. So for example, if I got during my run, if I got Piano Man and American Pie in the same shift, that was a good day for me.
Well, you're almost guaranteed to get American Pie at least once a day on the radio, because it's 22 minutes long. And there's only a few other songs that are that long. There's Alice's Restaurant. And these are songs that the DJs keep on hand when they have bouts of influenza and they need to spend a little longer in the bathroom. It's a good 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I mean, yes, there's films that I watch over and over again. Monty Python, Dr. Strangelove, Seven Samurai. But others, I like to go to, there's a lot of stuff on that 100,000 films you have to watch before you die list that I haven't gotten to.
I happen to have that book. Let me go over.
You won.
So for example,
Yeah.
last week I was catching up on my spaghetti westerns, where I was watching the comedies of My Name is Nobody and They Call Me Trinity.
There you go.
So here's the book. It's 1001 movies you must see before you die. And every couple of years, they update it and some movies get knocked off the list. Like, and what I really like is that at the beginning of the book, there's this whole checklist that you can just go in and mark off movies.
Oh, just like Peterson's.
Yes. So we've got, before the A's, we've got the numbers: 12 Angry Men's, 12
Well-
Years a Slave, 2001: A Space Odyssey, the 39 Steps, the 400 Blows, 42nd Street, and 8.5. And of those, I've seen 4.
For shame.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of French films in here I have not seen. And there's others I'm not willing to mark down as seen unless I've seen them again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, stuff like Godard, you have to watch it several times to take it in properly.
Well, I just want to watch it a second time to make sure that I saw so many of these movies when I was like, you know, a tween or even younger, that I want to make sure that, yes, it was this movie I saw and not some other movie. But let's see. I'm looking for the first American film in the list, and it's about the 5th one down, Ace in the Hole. And if I remember correctly, that's a Kirk Douglas film.
Huh.
Page 253.
I don't know if I was aware of that one. I mean, yes, I know the expression, but
I think, I'm wondering if I'm getting this confused with a different movie. That it's the one where he's a reporter reporting on a kid trapped in a mine shaft or something. Kirk Douglas and Billy Wilder. Yes, that was the movie.
oh, Billy Wilder film, that definitely means I have to put it on my list. I'm slowly but surely getting through the complete works of Billy Wilder.
Let's see what's the first English film on the B list. Babe.
Huh.
Yes, I have seen Babe. I'm guessing everybody here has seen Babe.
That was rather funny. I actually like the sequel, Pig in the City, better.
Here we go. Who here? And I've seen Cabaret.
Oh yeah.
Me,
Mhm.
Okay, in the D list.
Haven't yet.
Oh, the first one in the D's is called Daisies. Okay, let's.
Oh, I know of that one. It's a Czechoslovakian film, isn't it?
Is it? Let's find out.
Let's find out.
446.
290.
If it's the same one I'm thinking of, I saw it at for a film class I took as an elective.
Okay, here, no wonder I didn't see it. It's not an American work. It does say it's Czechoslovakian.
Oh, I have seen it then.
Yeah. And it says, surely one of the most exhilarating, stylistic, and psychedelic cinematic explosions of the 1960s.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it
wow.
was one of the it was one of the Prague Spring films, and it's about these two absolutely.
Well, hang on. Let me describe it here. I'm going to go from the book's descriptions. Daisies is a madcap, aggressive feminist farce that explodes in any number of directions. Although many American and Western European filmmakers during this period prided themselves on the subversiveness, it's possible that the most radical film of the decade, ideologically as well as formally, came from the East, from the liberating, fermenting building towards the short-lived political reforms of 1968's Prague Spring in Czechoslovakia. Yeah, you remember your lessons well. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back to D because I was looking up for American films. Let's see. A, B, C. Dances with Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly the intellectual equivalent. Okay, in E's, E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Okay.
Oh, here's one. In G's, Gallipoli. I've seen that.
I don't know. I think I've seen it, but no, I just heard about it.
You get to see Mel Gibson's butt when he was young,
Yum.
Yeah.
running naked into the ocean with a bunch of other men. Now let's see. Moving on to the H's. Halloween. I was,
Halloween 2, 3, 4, 6.
yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. I am a fugitive from a chain gang. I believe
Oh,
I've seen
Lord.
that.
Oh, I've seen that. It was on a
The only
B
thing,
movie in the drive-in.
the only thing of part of it I've seen is what we have here is a failure to communicate clip.
That is incorrect. You are thinking of Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I Am a Fugitive from a Chain Gang was filmed in 1932. It is
Whoa.
the grandpappy of prison movies. This is the one that really exposed how bad prisons were. And it was based on a real life story of a fellow. And I'm pretty sure I've seen it, but you've seen so many escape chain gang movies. Okay. Going on to the J's. Jaws. Yeah, I've seen Jaws. Let's see. In K's, Keeper of Promises. I have to look that one up. 395. Oh, it's a French film. Moving on.
Do you have a thing against French films?
No, I just said I was going to look up American
Okay.
films.
Okay.
The list of French I just find this list of French films very daunting. I do like
Okay.
French films, but I tend to only watch a couple a year.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, let's see. Page 65, The Kid Brother. Let's see if that's a. The Kid Brother is a Harold Lloyd film, the third genius in silent comedy. Bill, I'm guessing, didn't you go on a Harold Lloyd jag a couple years ago?
No, Buster Keaton.
You know.
I don't think I've seen any of Harold Lloyd's stuff. Even I should. I mean, everybody talks about the one where he's hanging from the clock, but because I mean, if you think Keaton was crazy about doing his own stunts, Lloyd, oh man.
I've seen a lot of Harold Lloyd films, and I also saw a lot of his sound movies. I particularly remember this one where very much like it was a precursor to Bringing Up Baby, where he's walking a lion down the street. Only unlike in Bringing Up Baby, it was he was actually working with the lion. Okay, underneath the L's is LA Confidential, which is a superb movie.
Definitely.
It is.
I highly recommend that. Let's see, underneath M's, we have the movie M,
Good one.
which launched Peter Lorre's career. Superb film, yeah. Not an American film, so I'll mention the American film they have underneath here, which is MASH, which is also a superb film.
Definitely.
Okay, underneath the ends, we have The Naked Gun. I need to put a check mark on that.
Wait, they have The Naked Gun as a high art.
Yes, The Naked Gun is in here.
Hey!
Wow.
I mean, I enjoyed it as far as slapstick comedy is going, but I'd hardly consider it one of the memorable classics.
Well, this isn't a list of memorable classics. This is 101 films you must see.
Yeah, please tell me they
Before
have.
you die.
Please tell me they have Naked Lunch there too.
Let's see. I'm looking here. The Naked Spur. No Naked Lunch.
Oh my!
They've got Nanook of the North. I've seen that.
I have two. Yes.
They've got Natural Born Killers, but no Naked Lunch.
Man, if they have natural born killers, I'm surprised they don't have Naked Lunch.
Well,
Or
like I said, let's see when this thing came out. I'm sure this
That was
came
my-
out.
Because that's my favorite Cronenberg film.
This edition came out in 2015.
Oh, okay.
But so yeah. But oh my goodness, it's getting pretty old. I might have to get a new edition. Let's see. Moving on. Let's see. We were in underneath the O's. We have October. Let's see if October is an American film.
Not sure if I'm even aware of it.
Oh, sorry. It is a Slovakian film. So the first Odd Man Out, which I have seen, and I need to put a check mark next to that. The Pale Face. I believe that is a Buster Keaton film. Going to 229. Oh, no, it's not a Buster Keaton film. It is a Bob Hope film with Jane Russell as Calamity Jane. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've seen it, but I need to rewatch it again. Let's see, moving on to the Q's. There's only 4 movies in the Q's. There's Queen Christina, A Question of Silence, The Quiet Earth, and The Quiet Man. Now, I've seen The Quiet Earth and The Quiet Man. Queen Christina, I don't think I've seen.
Now, wait a minute. There was something called Q, and there was a stop motion. Donald,
Yes, but it's not in this book. Yeah, Q the Winged Serpent is what you're thinking.
right?
And I think it had John Carradine.
Yeah, right. And
Oh,
way
no, David Carradine.
Dean Carradine made way back in late 90s, I think, mid 90s.
And while I've seen it, and I would say, oh yeah, that's a fairly okay horror movie, it is not
Right.
in the 1001 movies you must see before you die.
Oh,
Oh yes. Raging Bull, underneath the R's.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that the movie with Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon?
no.
Raging
Okay.
Bull? No, that's Robert De Niro.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Different bull movie.
I think you're thinking of Raising Arizona.
No, it's a baseball
Oh.
movie.
Oh,
You're thinking of Bull Durham.
There you go. Dang.
Oh,
Sorry.
there we go.
I need to watch that one. I've quoted it enough times, but
Oh yeah, you should do a couple baseball films.
yeah,
Call it your double inning.
that's a
Time for the
question. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I have seen Bull Durham, but I'm not remembering any of the details except for a handful of scenes where Kevin Conroy's character is coaching Tim Robbins as far as the catcher and pitcher dynamic.
Underneath the S's, we have a movie called Safe. Came out in 1995.
Okay.
It's about America's tension leading up to the year 2000. It's about this woman who starts developing severe allergic reactions to the world around her and then ends up basically living in a bubble.
Is that a true story? It
I don't
seems
know
like
if it's, but
I think it became sort of like a condition that a lot of people start having.
I
But
mean,
but it's basically this allegory about modern life.
there was a character in Northern Exposure who was like that.
Yes.
it seems like there was a woman in Arizona or something that was modeled after her if they were making movies.
And John Travolta did the made-for-TV movie, I think, Boy in the Bubble.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the kid was from Houston, Texas.
Okay. Number 84, Taboo. Oh, pardon me.
Whoa. Well, there's my jet.
Oh my gosh.
That's loud.
Now,
Yeah.
I saw Taboo. Taboo is a film from 1931. Let's see. Moving on to the U's.
Oh,
Lots of Japanese films.
wow, they're all over.
Let's see.
What?
Jets are all over the place. One's just going over my apartment.
Yeah. I don't know where they.
I mean, Seafair isn't starting for another couple of weeks.
I know.
Underneath the U's, the first film that pops up is The Unbelievable Truth. Came out in 1889.
It was
What?
a jet. It was probably a fighter jet. I'm sorry. The kids had not ever heard that.
Let's see. It says here that the Unbelievable Truth is the highly intriguing, if not always fully successful, first feature by independent writer-director Hal Hartley, Shot in his hometown on Long Island, he gives us, amongst other characters, a mechanic mistaken for a priest, returning from a prison sentence, a politically alienated teenager who later finds work as a model for lingerie ads, and the teenager's mercenary redneck father, Burke, Burke, Shelley, and Cook would go on to work with Hartley again in subsequent features in Simple Men. Well, okay, I'm not sure if I've seen this film or not. Okay, let's see what we have in these. Vagabond and the Vampire. Oh, pardon me, those are two separate films.
Oh, okay.
But I think they should make that one film. Let's see. Underneath W's, let's see. Looking, Wages of Fear. Let me check to see if that's the American one. Nope, that's not an American one. Let me keep looking. Wake and Fright, Walkabout. Oh, here's an American one for sure. Wall Street.
Oh,
And
yeah.
also The Wall, which is a British one.
Yeah, it's been ages since I saw that one. That is a kick in the head, but great animation.
Yep.
There are two films underneath X, but they're both Chinese films. Chao Ching Xin Shun and Chick Lao. So I haven't seen either of those. Underneath Wise is Yankee Doodle Dandy, and I have seen that. And last but not least, in the Z's, let's see if this movie is actually, before I tell you what the title is, I'm going to look it up to see if it's an American film. No, it's a French film. Let me look up you guys will have to tell me. Wait a minute. Here's one I think might be. Well, I'll just read off these titles and you guys can tell me if you think one of these is an American title. Zabriskie Point, Zangico Monogatari, Zemla, Zerkalo.
I think Zabriskie Point is.
You think Zabriskie Point is American? Let me look that up. 5, 12. 12. You are correct. Zabriskie Point is an American film.
I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Came out in 1970. Although Michelangelo Antonioni's only American film was poorly received when it was released in 1969, time has in some ways been kinder to Zabriskie Points than to La Notte, made a decade later. The director's bold, non-realistic, poetic approach to American counterculture myths and his loose, deliberate, slow approach to narrative may still put some people off. He also cast two young unknowns as his romantic leads, a carpenter, Mark Fracchetti, and a college student, Daria Halprin, neither of whom have been seen since. Oh,
Uh,
along with a relatively wooden professional, Rod Taylor. Antianoni was at the height of his commercial prestige at the time, having just made his only international hit in England, Blow Up, and expectations that he would bring off something similar in relationship to counterculture America was undoubtedly overblown. Well, I'm kind of curious about this film, though, to watch two unknowns who went on to become even less known. Anyway, I find this book endlessly fascinating. And I was surprised by how many of the movies I've actually seen, just going through and touching off I will grab a relatively short list. Here we are in the O's. Let me know if you've seen any of these. O Pagador de Pamasas, O Theososis, Apcor da Norze, October, Odd Man Out, Audition, Oklahoma.
That's
Oh,
1950s.
Yeah, I've seen Oklahoma. October, Old Boy, which I've seen Old Boy.
If they're talking the original Korean one, yes, that's a really good one.
Yes.
That's one of Tim's favorites. He really likes that one.
It's rather interesting. That one I discovered the comic book before I ever heard of the movie version.
Olympia, On the Town. I'm pretty sure I've seen On the Town. I'm pretty sure I've also seen On the Waterfront.
On the Town's the one with the Navy sailors on leave, right?
That's right.
Mhm. That's right.
Once Upon a Time in America. Once Upon a Time in China. Once Upon a Time in the West.
I've seen Once Upon a Time in the West.
I've seen Once
me
Upon a
too.
Time in America, highly suggested.
I've heard very good things about it, apparently.
It's a wonderful immigration story covering multiple decades. Let's see. A 1 and a 2. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yes.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
everybody.
Onibaba.
Oh, yes.
Only Angels Have Wings. I've seen that one.
Uh-huh.
Open City. Open Your Eyes. Or Debt. Ordinary People. I've seen that one.
I've seen that one too.
Orpho Negro. Orphans of the Storm. Or Free. Orpheus.
That's
You've seen Orpheus?
the one by the same guy who did Beauty and the Beast. Yeah,
Osama.
I know of that one.
Osession. Okay, I'm just Ostre Sedlovene Vlaki. Our Hospitality. Out of Africa, I've seen that one.
I've seen that one.
Out of the Past, I've seen that one. That's a great noir film. The Outlaw Josie Wells, I've seen that.
I've seen that.
And the Oxbow Incident. I've also
I've
seen
seen
that.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's the O's, people. Come back next week for the P's.
let's see. As far as more recent to brag about, I saw Nimona last night. Night before, actually.
Oh, the animation on Netflix. I'm really
Yes.
looking forward to seeing that because I was a big fan of the web comic when it
Oh.
came out.
Yeah, I read the webcomic before watching this one. I'm familiar with their style from because they were the showrunner for that She-Ra reboot, but it was rather interesting because the style of it reminded me a bit of Sfar's stuff, as well as who's the guy who Trondheim is the person who a cross between Sfar and Trondheim's work.
So the last film I watched was They Made Me a Fugitive, which is a British film, not to be confused with an earlier American film, They Made Me a Criminal, which I've also seen.
So
And then
did anybody see I was going to say Star Wars. No. No. Wait, I lost my brain again. I can't think of his name now.
Is it a new movie that just came
Yes,
out?
it's a
or-
new movie. It's just came out.
Indiana
and-
Jones.
Yes, there.
Harrison Ford, just a different movie.
Yeah.
The one that as far as the new stuff, the other one that I'm still raving about, and I need to see it a second time in the theater, Across the Spider-Verse. That was absolutely amazing.
I have not seen any films in the theater lately.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
We were gonna go see Indiana Jones, but Tim developed a really bad cough, which you guys probably keep hearing when he coughs. But and he was like, I don't want to go to the movies and people hear my cough and then they're like, get out of here, you have a bad cough. So we haven't went yet, but we want to go.
The one advice: masks aren't just for COVID.
Oh yeah, no, he
Standards are concerned.
he was thinking even more about just disturbing people, not just being infectious. He was like, it'd be rude to be, coughing too.
yeah, I think that's really nice of him.
He's become much more thoughtful since me. But
Yeah, before he
Anyway.
met you, he was such a jerk.
no, he was actually incredibly nice. I'm probably over thoughtful is what I'm saying but I agreed with him. I was like, yeah, let's just stay. But it's so easy to just not go do things anymore, especially
It
if you
really
were
is.
introvert
I'm-
before.
And I have friends I know who would love to go see a movie, and I've been just kind of holding back and not going out to see movies. And
It's giving
really
people like
should.
me who were always an introvert excuses. Like,
Yeah, because I still
Yeah.
like the going to see movies in the theater, and I don't mind going alone, but at the same time, it's a social event.
yeah.
Yeah.
The one guy I generally go watch genre films with has anxiety issues, so he doesn't like
Aw.
going until the theater is virtually empty at a matinee.
yeah, that's what my wife is like. She tends not to want to go to see a movie unless it's going to be thinly attended. And this was pre-COVID, and what would end up happening is I'd end up on missing out on seeing movies. And so finally, I just had to stop going with her as a movie buddy and rely on other people. And I get around to asking her, do you want to go see a movie? It says, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that in the theater. And I said, well, let's go. Oh, I don't feel like it today. Oh my God. You're killing me here.
Sometimes I wish we lived closer to Tacoma so we could go to like I mean, there's nothing stopping us except that we like to go to bed at like 8:30 at night. Um, like go to the Friday night horror movies and like at the is that what they're called at the Blue Mouse where they do the different movies and
The Blue Mouse has it on the fourth Wednesday, and those typically run late. They don't even start until like 11 because
yeah.
he just drags his feet. But the ones at the Grand, they're on Friday and Saturday every other week, and they start at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's too late for us.
Oh,
I like to be nice and cushy in my bed at that time. I don't care what day of the week it is.
And I'm getting to be an old guy where I have started going, I don't mind hitting a matinee.
I think I was always like that. But I know it's like even doing a convention, even if it's close to home. I still haven't unloaded my car. I probably should do that this coming weekend. But we had a lot of excitement in our house because Nicholas, my stepson's birthday was the first, Tim's birthday was the second, and then we had the 4th of July. And that's just too much excitement for me.
so, Katie, can you get a close-up of what you're working on, please?
Sure. I'm actually doing more of my I'm still painting it, but I kind of wanted to just play with my cartooning
Oh.
and just kind of sketching. And so can you guys guess who this is? What scene?
George
What,
Bush?
Is
it,
that
it,
George W. Bush as a
it,
ghoulie?
it could be. It's actually it's Bub from Day of the Dead.
Bub
I'm
from
not
the
done
other-
with him yet. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of was like doing the whole like because he's like saluting at the end
Yes,
and
yes.
kind of, but I was like, oh, wouldn't it be fun to have like do him as a cartoon with the flag because he was the soldier that got experimented on and he pretty much took matters in his own hand. So yeah, so I was like, I kind of wanted to do it more in like a cartoon because I've been focusing so much the last year on trying to make my stuff more. I just can't help it. I'm a cartoon person at heart, no matter what I try to
That's what I was
do.
thinking. God bless you, man.
So I was like, let's fuse it up and do like some sketch, because I still love to just draw,
Right.
But it's a lot harder to transfer like alcohol markers and stuff to scan them, and they're probably not actually harder. I just haven't tried in a really long time. So, and I do love painting quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it's always
I'll
fun to
show
just
you,
fuse things together.
I'll show you my dragon.
Please.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Very nice.
It was
Bill,
supposed
you
to
want
be
to
Oh, yeah, sure. Here, you disabled sharing.
hang on a moment. I gotta
Oops. Oh,
make it available so you can actually show it. There we go.
Okay, so, oops. So anyway, this is what I've pretty much finished everything except some backgrounds.
oh, good.
So pretty good work. It's interesting. I've sort of been recently. I've been making taking better advantage of the 3D capabilities of SketchUp, where I've been doing a lot of essentially as references. I've been doing come on. Oh, right. Doing these, and essentially, what I do for more complex perspective scenes. Essentially, I work out the composition of how the characters are posed and interacting with them, and take a photograph of them on with the iPhone, and continue to work on using that reference in Procreate. Which is a useful little trick.
I'll show you what I've been working on. So this is how my clown Spike is coming along. It doesn't look, I gotta make him look creepier and more scary than that. Not really capturing his full essence there. So anyway. Bill, do you know of anything else that's happening this week? Is there something coming on with the Graphic Artists Guild or with Cartoonist Northwest?
Cartoonist Northwest, we have our meeting on Saturday. I'll be putting out the reminder tomorrow.
Who's
And
going to be your guest?
that is, who is he? It's,
Just some guy off the
no,
street?
there's got a better preference than that.
Oh, you got my. Don't shut the door all the way. It gets hot.
You find his name yet, Bill?
I just
I'm taking a quick look at my calendar, but I believe that there will be another Epic Sketch Time next week.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay. So I encourage everyone to come and join us. We had 4 different people sign up via Eventbrite today, and so I was hoping for more people.
okay, here it is. Yeah, David Kelly,
David Kelly, and what's he well known for?
mostly LGBT comics.
Okay, we'll have to. So if you want to see that, what time is that meeting, and how can people sign up for it? On the Eventbrite, just look for Cartoonist Northwest.
Yes. Actually, yeah, or it's also under me, Bill Moore. Yeah, so they should be able to find it using Cartoonist Northwest.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. You've wasted another hour at Epic Sketch Time. I know I got something done.
Oh, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.